There are 3 types of patterns that we use when creating our own doodle. There's a path that we use. There's a branch that looks like a flower branch or vine. And the last is when you fill a space. Now you do it. Next, you want to pick a basic shape. This can be a circle, a square, a triangle, a rectangle, a heart, a diamond, or a star. I didn't do a star. It could be just a simple line. Now you do it. Now we're going to move on to value. That is the lightness or darkness of a shape. The more lines and patterns you add to a space, the darker that space becomes. Now you do it. Now we're going to move on to auras. Auras are when you draw a shape like a circle and then you repeat that circle over and over again. Or a heart and you repeat it. Or you can draw several shapes linked together and repeat around them. Now you do it. Next, we're going to talk about stems. We're going to have 2 straight lines down, a curved line at the top, and then you can do any shape you want at the top of your stem. So 2 straight lines down, a curved line, and then I did a square. Next, I'm going to do 2 curvy lines. Curved line at the top and a triangle. Some stems can just have 2 sides, or they can have like 3 or 4 lines together. You could have just a curve with a little dot at the end, like a little sprout coming up out of the ground. Stems can be any kind of organic shape you want. Now you do it. Now we're going to talk about rotation. Rotation means when you take a pattern and you rotate it. So here are 3 lines down, 3 lines across, and I'm going to repeat that pattern over and over again. You can do it with a shape. So I'm going to do triangles going in opposite directions. Any kind of pattern you want, as long as it rotates, it's considered a rotation pattern. Now you do it. Now we're going to flip our paper over and we're going to practice doing some of these skills that we've just learned. We're going to look at this rotation here. You can choose one or two of these. I'm going to choose two different patterns and I'm going to use them in a rotation configuration. So I'm going to do 3 lines down and 3 lines across twice. And then I'm going to add some triangles to this. Now you do it. Now I'm going to practice stems. You can look on the other side of your paper if you've forgotten how to do it. But I have two curved lines with a small curved line at the top. And I'm going to do triangles for my stems in this one. I'm going to use my overlapping skills to go behind my first stem to make my second. And I'm going to fill this square full of stems. Now you do it. Next, we're going to move on to Aras. I'm going to draw a series of boxes, and then I'm going to use some curved lines to go around them as if water were flowing around the boxes. Now you do it. Now I want you to practice a rotation pattern. I'm going to use 2 zigzag lines with 3 dots in the middle, and I'm going to rotate those across my square and fill this square. You can choose any kind of pattern, any kind of combination you want, as long as you rotate it. So it could be hearts, it could be triangles, it could be rectangles, it could be ovals. Surprisingly, ovals can rotate. One can be up and down, and one can be laying on its side. Now you do it. Next, I'm going to practice stems, and I'm going to use circles this time. I'm still going to do some overlapping. I'm still going to use those little curved lines so that they look very organic. They kind of start to look a little bit like mushrooms, which is kind of fun. Now you do it. Okay, last we're going to practice auras. I'm going to use a lot of little rainbow lines. I'm going to do 4 rainbows, little lines across here, down at the bottom, and I'm going to do 4 over here at the bottom. That gives me 2 rainbows. Now, I'm going to go in between these and add 4 lines as if this rainbow is behind the first 2. I'm going to continue this pattern all the way until my square is completely filled. Now you do it.